When we talk about web applications, reusability is the key. So as a MVC developer, we would like to create reusable views. For instance, we would like to create views like footer views or header views or left menu view, and then use them inside one big MVC view. Now the way to create reusable views in MVC is by creating partial views. So let's go ahead and create first our main view. So let me go here to my I have created an application here called as some MVC application. So let me just go and add a view, a simple view here. I'll call this view as main view. Okay, and let me say add. So let's go to the design of this view. Now let's say in this page we have three sections. One section which will carry the logo of the page, the second section which will have the content, and the last section which will carry the footer of the page. Okay, so let me go and put a table here. This table will have 3 rows and only 1 column, right? So in this top one right over here, we'd like to go and put on this first row, we'd like to go and put the logo. In the second, we will have the content. We will have the content of the page, right? Content of the page. And the last one, the last row, right? This one, in this, actually we will have the footer of the page. Okay. Now in our web application, we can have several kind of these pages, with the format of the header, the content, and the footer, right? And we don't want to repeat the header and footer in each page, because the content page can be different for different pages, but the header page or the logo, where we are going to put the logo and where we are going to put the footer, we would like to create pages and reuse them in these sections, right? So that we can do by using partial views. So what we can do is we can create 2 partial views here, one partial view called as the header view and the other partial view called as the footer view, and then we can go and plug those views into these sections here. So let me go to my solution explorer here again, and let me go and add 2 partial views. So let's do a add view. Now you can see that over here we have a very simple checkbox called as create a partial view, and you can see the extension of partial view is .ascx. So it's like the same the user control extension what we have in ASP.NET. So I'm going to say that okay, this view is view header. Okay, and I'll go and add this page. So in this header view, I'll say that we can put logo here, right? Right. And now let's go ahead and add one more view. So let's go ahead and add one more view called as view footer, right? And again, let's create this view as a partial view, and we'll say that in this section we will add must be copyright and other information, right, which normally in a website we add in the footers, right? So now you can see that okay, we have the main view which has 3 sections, the header, the content, and the footer, and then we have these 2 views here, one is for the footer and one is for the header. Now the next thing is we would like to go and call both of these views inside these 2 rows over here, right? So let's go ahead and click on the source, on the HTML of the main view.aspx. Now you can see that we have one row here, one tr which actually goes for the header, the second tr goes for the content, and the third tr actually goes for the footers, right? So here we would like to go and call this view header.ascx. So in order to go and render the view on the first row, right, what we need to do is we need to write HTML dot render partial, right, and we need to give the view name here. So the view is view header.ascx. So I'm going to go and just drag and drop. Oops, that doesn't give me the page name. So let me type down view header.ascx. Okay, right. And also I would like to go and put my footer over here in this td in the last tr. So let me again just copy paste this, and here I will give the name view footer, right? So view footer.ascx, right? Now let's go and add a controller here, a simple controller which will actually go and invoke this main view.aspx here, right? So let me go and add a controller here saying let's add the default name, whatever it is, and in this controller I'll go and say, I'll give a name here saying main view. Okay, main view. Okay, and so this will actually go and return my main view.aspx. okay, so now let me go and run this application here. So I'll do a control F5, right? So in other words, now if I want to go and invoke this main view.aspx, I have to say http localhost whatever port where my application is running, default 1 / main view. So when I call this, it will actually go and hit the main view.aspx, right? So let me do a control F5. So there's our application running, but definitely in order to go and invoke what you call the MVC pages, you have to say here the controller name. Currently our controller name is, let me go and copy paste. So our controller name is default 1, control C. So we have to say default 1, control V here, / main view, right? So I'm going to say main view, and let me press enter. Right, so you can see that we are getting some couple of very standard errors here saying that we are not able to locate your main view page either in default 1 folder or in the shared folder. So in order to remove this error, what I'll do is I'll take all these files and I will just move into the shared folder for now, so that we can go and run this application. So you can see that I have actually selected all the files and I'm moving them to the shared folder, right? So now let's go and run the page again. So let's see what happens. Right, so it's giving some more error here. View header .ascx is there. Okay, there's an error here. Okay, actually I'm sorry for this. We have to just say, we don't have to say the .ascx extension here. You can see that here it is trying to, that's my mistake, it's trying to actually say the view header ascx.aspx, and it is saying view header ascx.ascx. So I've just gone ahead. You have to actually just give the view name and not the extension. I'm sorry. Now let me go and just compile this. Sorry for all the confusion, but it is good that when we get such kind of errors, right, I actually normally don't go and edit those part of the video, so that you can understand where you can fall trap to. So now let me go and run this again. Cool. So now you can see that there's our main view running, and you can see that he has gone ahead and he has taken this view header.ascx and he has put it on the top section. He has taken the footer, view footer.ascx, and he has included in the bottom section, and then in the middle we have our content. So you can see that by using partial views, we have increased usability. In other words, now I can go and create one more page like this, must be some other page, and then I can go and just drag and drop these view footer and view header.ascx on the respective sections. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. In this video we saw that how we can use partial views to increase usability in MVC views. Thank you very much.